History, the time-honored judge of men's actions and inactions, is at play in the Niger Delta as the Ogonis commemorate the execution in 1995 of foremost writer Ken Saro-Wiwa and 8 others by the late General Sani Abacha-led military junta. 17 years after the tragedy in Ogoni land, the Ogonis say their wounds have continued to fester as the federal government has not considered it necessary to reverse itself on the profiling and subsequent conviction of their political matters. Perhaps more worrisome for them is what now looks like the celebration of a military despot whose regime crushed notable advocates of justice, human rights and democracy, some of whom were the Ogoni 9. Demonstrating their dislike for the former head of state, the Ogonis recently converged on Port Harcourt, calling on the Rivers State House of Assembly to commence the process of renaming the popular Abacha Road, which for them evokes sad memories of oppression and injustice.
The death of Ken Saro-Wiwa, which occurred as a result of military dictatorship, just because a person felt that the rights of the people are being flaunted, that the environment was being destroyed, and so speaking the truth became an offense in Nigeria. And so today, Abacha, being the culprit with those who worked with him, does not in any way deserve any honor, any landmark whatsoever in Rivers State. And so today is a hallmark event that draws the attention of the world to say that what Saro-Wiwa stood for concerning the interest of the Ogoni people, concerning the interest of the common man, concerning the interest of Nigerians at large, and concerning to the black world, should never leave the annals of our history. It should stand, it should create its stamp on the sands of time, and that it's a clarion call for justice to be done to the environment, because no one should be allowed to live while the earth dies.
Our brother and our father Ken Saro-Wiwa and a lot of others have been hanged on this struggle. They were fighting for justice, unity and freedom for the entire Ogoni. So many of our brothers, our fathers, our sons and our daughters in government, they are there to delay the process. Ogoni people are not happy on a day like this. We want everything that Ken was hanged for to be quietly implemented.
The Ogoni position is in spite of an attempt made recently by the government and people of neighboring Bayelsa states to immortalize Abacha, under whose regime the state was created in 1996.
October 1st, 2012, one of our greatest allies, the Jaws, whose majority live in Bayelsa State, decided to immortalize the late General Sani Abacha that murdered our people by naming some of their institutions and structures after him. From what has happened in the past few years, there is a deliberate attempt to reward everyone that has a role to play in the murder of Ogoni people. And that we are not taking kindly. We have decided to come here this morning to rename this road, formerly known as Sani Abacha Road, to Ken Saro-Wiwa Way, because there is no way the name of a murderer we are down the streets of a state where we reside. Every time an Ogoni man passes through this road, it reminds us of the pains Ken Saro-Wiwa and those who died with him went through 17 years ago. This is a symbolic exercise that we are carrying out, and we are calling on the Rivers State House of Assembly to pass a resolution making this that we have done today valid. We are going to do a follow-up advocacy visit to them in ensuring that the law is passed.
The Ogonis are convinced that their non-violent struggle has contributed immensely to the political liberation of the Niger Delta, which before this time never dreamed of producing a president. They are also quick to point out that their sons and daughters paid the supreme sacrifice for Nigeria's transition to a democratic regime in 1999. In spite of their contributions to the survival of Project Nigeria, the Ogoni say their situation is getting worse as the government of the day continues to pay lip service to the Ogoni question, which essentially is about political marginalization, economic exploitation, and environmental pollution. The people are particularly sad that the federal government appears reluctant to implement the report of the United Nations Environment Programme that recommends an immediate cleanup of their land, which has suffered untold damage from decades of oil exploration and exploitation.
The Ogoni man has never known a happy day. It has always been sad from day one till today. Yet, we live on a richly endowed land. It is the wealth of Ogoni that people are enjoying in Abuja. In fact, Jonathan Goodluck is the president of Nigeria today because of Ogoni's struggle. But the Ogoni has nothing to show for it. The environment that has been devastated, he has refused to even implement a union report which he set up. There is nothing that has been done for our people. And so, I mean, there is no good story to tell. Everything about our experience is a sad one.
Today does not just mark a day of cancer alone. Today also marks as a day of solidarity for every other activist, every other human being on earth that have stood in defense of its environment. Today we stand in solidarity with everybody that has seen injustice in terms of defending their environment. Today is a great day for the civil society world, and today is also a day where we can stand and say we shall succeed and we shall get environmental justice one day.
In their quest for justice, the people are also demanding an immediate trial of all those who played key roles in the murder of their heroes. Tekena Amiayofori.